Good day, guys. This is Mr. Prince, Maths and Science class. This is another tutorial session, and I would like to see more people join. Sorry, I started a little bit late. I should have started 5 o'clock. I just got stuck in the middle of something. So I'm hoping to see more people join the live stream, and I'm hoping to see people drop their questions in the chat box. For me to just explain and just help people with the assignment or any topic they want me to talk about. So I'm going to be sharing my screen real soon. I just want more people to join. I want more people to join. Okay, I'm going to be sharing the screen real soon. I would like to see more people join the live stream. And I hope that we're able to learn one or two things from the live stream. So I just wanted to just hold on, keep tabs to see people joining, and then we're going to kick off from there. So let me just shut my door. Okay, I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. So today's session is for students from grade 10 to 12. But any student from any grade is welcome to join. Okay? You're welcome to join. If you want to join the live stream, hey, that's what I'd like to see. That's what I'd like to see. Yeah. I'm going to be starting right now. Okay. So I'm going to talk about, I want to talk about something a little bit different. I want to talk about just looking for something I'm going to teach. Okay, let me just talk about Pythagoras theorem. I know Pythagoras theorem is very easy, but I'm just gonna just do some few examples. So it is we have April 1st. Today is the first day in the month of April. Right. So it's tutorial session. Okay, let's talk about Pythagoras theorem. I like to use the red pen. I think the red pen makes it more sharp. Let me use this one right here. Okay. So Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse squared is equals to opposite squared plus adjacent squared. This is the hypotenuse. Okay. This is the hypotenuse. So the side facing this angle, opposite of this angle is opposite. This side is adjacent. That's the last side. So hypotenuse in a right angle triangle, hypotenuse is always the longest side. Okay, and it's always the one facing opposite of 90 degrees. So in this case, we have our hypotenuse to be x squared. So we are looking for the hypotenuse. So that will be x squared is equals to 3 squared plus 4 squared. Okay, so x squared, 3 squared, as 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, plus 4 squared, 4 times 4 is 16. So 9 plus 16 will give us 25. So s squared equals to 25. So now we're going to find, for us to find s squared, we have to find the s square of 25. I mean the square root. So x equals to root 25. The square root of 25 is 5. Okay. So let me do another one. The hypotenuse is 10. This side is 6. And this side is x. So the hypotenuse is 10. The opposite is 6. And adjacent is x. So in this case, we know that the hypotenuse squared is equals to opposite square plus adjacent square, right? The hypotenuse is 10, so that's 10 squared is equals to 6 squared plus x squared. So 10 squared, 10 times 10 is 100. Okay, 6 squared, 6 times 6 is 36 plus s squared. So s squared now will be equals to 100. Take 36 to that side, that becomes minus 36. 100 minus 36 will give us 64. So x will be equals to the square root of 64. And the square root of 64 will be equals to 8. Okay, so let's do another one. hypotenuse square is equals to opposite square plus adjacent square. So the hypotenuse is x squared, okay? So x squared is equals to 4 squared plus 2 squared. So 4 squared without 4 times 4 is 16 plus 2 squared, 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, 16 plus 4 is 20. So x squared is equals to 20. X is equals to root 20. Okay, 20 is 4 times 5, right? So we have it square root of 4 times 5. So the square, now we're going to do it in surd form. Now let me split it into two sides. So we have root 4 and we have root 5. Okay, 4 is a perfect square, 5 is not. So the square root of 4 is equals to 2. Okay, and then we have root 5. 5 does not have a perfect square root, so that we can write it as 2 root 5. This is in surd form. Now let me do another one again. So for example, if we have um let's make this hypotenuse side 7. Okay, and then maybe I can make the opposite to be, I'm trying to look for like a number that's like a perfect square. Okay, you know what, let me make this place 8. 8, this side will be 8, opposite will be 8, and this side will be 4. I think I like this one better. So now we are looking for this side y. Let's make this side y. So this is the opposite side we are looking for. We are given opposite and we are given adjacent. So we know that we hypotenuse squared is equals opposite square plus adjacent squared, right? So the hypotenuse is y squared is equals to, the opposite is 8 squared plus 4 squared. So 8 times 8 is 64 plus 4 times 4, 4 squared is 16. Okay, so 64 plus 16 will give us 80. So y squared is equals to 80. So now y equals to root 80. So if we want to find the square root of 80, that will be, we can do 16 times 4, right? I mean 16 times 5. 16 times 5 should give us 80. Let me confirm that. 6 times 5 is 30, right? 0, keep 3. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 8. Okay. So now I want to break it down in surd form. So y is equals to root 80, right? So now we can write it as root 16 times 5. Okay. So let's split it. So that's root 16 times root 5. The square root of 16 is 4. We don't have, 5 does not have a perfect square root. So we will now write it as 4 root 5 in surd form. So now I want to talk about cosine formula. Let me talk about cosine formula. Sometimes when you're working with questions that is has to do with bearing, like all these what problems that has to do with bearing and distance, um, to find the distance of another part, we mostly use cosine formula. We also have sine formula too. So cosine formula is and let's say a squared is equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos theta. So I just picked the first three letters in the alphabet. So it could be any letter, right? It could be a squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos theta, but everything is still the same thing. So now let me draw. So the type of question that you can use this formula for is that, let's say you have a triangle that has two sides, you are looking for another side, and then you are given an angle. So for example, let's say we have something like this, an equilateral triangle that has an angle of 55 degrees. Okay, one side is 7 meters, another side is 5 meters, and we're looking for this side. Let's say this side is A. Okay, so if we want to do something like this, we're going to use cosine formula. So the cosine formula is used when you have two sides given, you are looking for another side, and then an angle inside the triangle. So now that will be a squared is to, let's make side b, let's make this side c. So that's 5 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 5 times 7 cos 55 degrees. All right, so that's a squared, 5 squared, 5 times 5 is 25, plus 7 times 7 is 49, minus 5 times 7 is 35, 35 times 2 is 70. So we have 70 cos 55 degrees. Okay, so 25 plus 49 is 74. A squared is equal to 74. So 70 cos 55 will give us 4 minus 40.15. So let's do 74 minus 40.15. So that's 33.85. So a squared is equals to 33.85. So if we find the square root of 33.85, we should get 5.81, 5.82 meters. So that's it, that's A. So let's try another triangle. Let's assume this angle is 45 degrees. This is 9 kilometers. This is 4 kilometers. And this is X. So in this case, it will be X squared is equals to 4 squared plus 9 squared minus 2 times 4 times 9 cos 45 degrees. So X squared is equals to 4 squared. 4 times 4 is 36. I mean 16, man. My bad. That's 16. And then we have 9 squared. 9 times 9 is 81. Minus 2 times 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is 36. 36 times 2 will give us 72. So we have 72 cos 45 degrees. So we have 16 plus 81 to be 97 minus 72 cos 45 is 50.91. So x squared minus 97 minus 50.91 is equals to 46.09. So s is equals to the square root of 46.09. So square root of 46.09 is 6.79 kilometers, which is approximately 7 kilometers. Okay, so let me just do one more, and then I'll let me see if I can talk about sine formula, and then I'll talk about similar triangles. So that x squared is equals to 10 squared plus 8 squared minus 2 times 8 times 10 cos 30 degrees. So 10 squared, that's 10 times 10 is 100 plus 8 squared, 8 times 8 is 64 minus 2 times 8 is 16. 16 times 10 is 160 cos 30 degrees. 100 plus 64 is 164. So now we are 160 cos 30 degrees. So that's 138.56. So we have 164 minus 138.56 is equals to 25.44. So s is equals to the square root of 25.44. So x is equals to 5 point something. So that's 5.04. So if you're in the comment section, you can tell me what grade you are in, with topic you are doing right now in maths, and then I can do whatever you are doing in class so that this session is very impactful for you. So I just want to look for some questions that I can do with cosine and sine formula, and then I'm just going to be looking for it for the next 30 seconds. Okay, so the sine formula is also like this, the sine rule. So now this is one thing that we need to keep in mind. The sine rule is A over sine A equals B over sine B is equals C over sine C. Okay, so that's the sine rule. And we know that the cosine rule or cosine formula, whatever you want to call it, is A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. All right. So, and now I want to talk about, give one example on sine rule. So let's assume we have a triangle that looks like this. Okay. Most of the time we always use sine rule to look for angles. To have a triangle like this is theta. This is 75 degrees. This is 10 centimeter. This is 6 centimeter. Okay. So now because we're only given two sides, let's say this side is A, okay, and this side is B. Okay. So that will be sine A over A. No, let me write it as A over sine A. That's the way I wrote it as before. So I'm writing it as A over sine A is equals B over sine B. Okay. So A is 10. Okay. And the angle of sine A is the angle that is facing opposite to that side. So as this side is A, this will be the angle for A. As this side is B, facing opposite to this side, this will be the angle for B. Alright. So that will be 10 over sine 75 is equals to B is 6 sine theta. Okay. So now let's cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, that will be 10 sine theta is equals 6 sine 75. So 10 sine theta. So when we 6 sine 75 is what? 6 sine 75 is 5.796. 5.796. So sine theta is equal to 5.796 divided by 10. Answer divided by 10 will be 0.5796. Okay. So theta will be arc sine 0.5796. So that will be 35.42 degrees. Okay. So that's 35.42 degrees. Let me just check the chat box. Let me see if there's any question in the chat box for me if anybody dropped any question right there. So let's try another one. Let's try one that has three angles. So let's say this side is 35, this side is 40, and this side is 60. Okay. Let's assume this side is 7 meters. This is 3 meters. This is 4 meters. Okay. No. Let's make it in a way that one side is not given. One side is not given. But we have three angles. So let's say this side A. We call this side B. We don't know it. We call this side C. Oh, A over sine A is equals to B over sine B is equals to C over sine C. So A is what? A is 7. 7, and the side facing, the angle facing opposite the side is 60 degree. Okay, so that's 7 over sine 60 degree is equals to, we don't know B, and then sine B. So B is 35 B, and this angle B is 35 degree. So that's sine 35 degrees is equals to C is 3, and then sine C is 40, sine 40 degrees. Okay. So this we can pair it like this, that this 2 will be equals to this 2, okay, and this one will be equals to this one. So let's make that 7 sine 60 is equals to b sine 35, or we can make it as b sine 35 is equals to 3 sine 40, or 7 sine 60 is equals 3 sine 40. So in this case, let's bring this one. 7 sine 60 is equals to b sine 35. So let's cross multiply. So if we cross multiply, that will be 7 times sine 35 is equals to b sine 60. 7 sine 35 is equals to b sine 60. So 7 times sine 35. 7 sine 35 is 4.015 equals to b sine 60. So b is equals to 4.015 divided by sine 60. So that will be equals 4.64. Okay, let's say meters. So let me even check this one. Let me see. We have b sine 35 is equals to 3 sine 40. So let's cross multiply. So we have b sine 40 is equals 3 sine 35. Okay. So let's press 3 sine 35. So b is equals to 1.721 divided by sine 40. So this is 2.68 meters. Okay. So I want us to do similar triangles. Let's do similar triangles. Let me not make the triangle too big. So let's say this side is x, this is 5, this side is 3, and this side is 7. So a similar triangle says that these two are quite parallel to each other, so they'll be on the same side, and these two are parallel to each other, so they'll be on the same side. Okay. So in this case, we write it as, because these two are parallel to each other, we write it as x over 5 equals to 3 over 7. Okay. So this is similar triangle. So the two sides are parallel to each other, we'll put them on top of each other. And the one that are parallel to each other, we'll put them on top of each other, and then we equate it to the other side. So in this case, we have x over 5 is equals 3 over 7. So in this case, we can cross multiply. So we have 7 times x is equals 3 times 5. Okay. So we have 7x is equals to 15. So x is equals to 15 divided by 7 will give us 2.15 divided by 7 will give us 2.14. Okay, so let's do something like this. Let me draw an equilateral triangle with this one. So this side is definitely equal to this side and this side. All right, so we can make this 7, we can make this 4, we can make this x, we can make this 3. No, I used 3 in the other side. Let me use 5. No, I know I used 5 the other time, but let me use 5 again. So we have 7 over 4 is equals 5 over x. So let's cross multiply. You know what? I'm gonna make this side x because invariably this side is supposed to be longer than this side from the answer that we're getting. I will make this x and I will make this side 5. When we cross multiply, we have 7 times 5 is equals 4x. 7 times 5 is 35. And then 4x. Oh, I kind of got something quite opposite. Okay, you know what? Let me switch the number. Let me switch the number. Let me put um let me put 4 here. No, let me put 7 here. And let me put 4 here. Right? No. Let me put 4 here. Let me see. Let me see what will happen. So now that will cross multiply. Sorry, let me rewrite it. So 4 times 5 is 20. 7 times x. So x will be equal to 20 divided by 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. So x will be equals about 2.8 or approximately 2.9, approximately 3. Okay. So I can see somebody in the comment in the chat. If you join the live stream you have any question, you can drop your question in the chat box. I appreciate every question that everybody have. So let me do another one. Let's do this side like this. So let's make this side x and make this side 3. Let me make this side 8. Let me make this side 6. Okay. So in this case, we have 8 over 6 is equals 3 over x. I don't know why it keep pulling it up like this. But you know what? Let me put 6 over 8. No, normally it's supposed to be 8 over 6. So now I don't want us to care if one is bigger than the other. Okay. So 8 over 6. So now let's cross multiply. So 8x is equals 6 times 3. So 8x is equals 18. So x is equals 18 over 8. Let's use 2 to divide both sides. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 9 divided by 4 should give us 2.25. So I want to do another question that has to do with cosine formula. I keep using 7, man. Let me use 12. Let me say this side is 50 degrees. This side is 10 meters. And this side is on this side is 10 meters. So I want somebody in the comment section to do it. I just give 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and I'm waiting. If nobody gets it, so it's 5:55 now. Once it's 5:57 and nobody gets the answer, or tell me the answer in the comment section, then I will just solve the question. Okay, 5:57. Nobody has put the answer in the chat box or comment section for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead. So we have s squared is equals to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos theta or cos x, or whatever you want to call it. So let's say this side is a, this side is b. Okay. So x squared. So that's x squared is equals to 10 squared plus 12 squared minus 2 times 10 times 12 cos 50 degrees. Okay. 10 squared, 10 times 10 is 100 plus 12 squared, 12 times 12 is 144 minus 10 times 12 is 120. 120 times 2 is 240 cos 50 degrees. So 100 plus 144 is 244 minus 240 cos 50. 240 cos 50 gives us 154.27. So if we do 244 minus 154.27. So that'll be x is equals to the square root of 89.73. Okay. The square root of 89.73 is 9.47 meters. Okay. So that's it for live session. I know today live session was not as long as it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be from 5 o'clock to 6, 1 hour straight. But I appreciate everyone who was able to join today's live session. And anybody who has any question, maybe you have any question, you can put it in the comment section for me. If you want to have an help with your assignment, you can put it in the comment section. You can let me know about it. And I hope everyone will have a blessed day. Have a great rest of your day. Bye and peace out.